The virtual terminal with an intelligent negotiator allows users to take one-time payments and set up payment plans right from the interface. To get started, be sure your users have permission to use this feature. Go to Users, select the desired user, and make sure Allow VT is checked. When you check this box, be sure and save changes. Once your users have permissions, go to Virtual Terminal and then to Account Search. You can search by account number, sub-account, name, phone, or client ID. In this example, we'll use name. Now, if there are multiple results, for example, here we're searching by name, you can choose the right account that you're looking for. In this case, you can jump to Pay Now or Payment Plan directly from here, or go into the account. We'll use this one. The two options at the top are Pay Now or Create a Payment Plan. They're similar in the way they work. Let's start with Pay Now. For one-time payments, select the Pay Now tab. You can click on the account number to open up and see additional details in a new browser tab, so don't worry about losing your place. You can see the accounts list, statement history, which would include documents, and you can also jump back to the virtual terminal from this screen. We'll close that and go back. And so now here we're in the Pay Now. You can edit account details if something needs to be updated. So for example here, Sioux Falls isn't in Nebraska, or is it? Select, change whatever data you need to make changes to here, and then you can save, or if you do think Sioux Falls is in Nebraska, just cancel that. Over on the right, we've got consent to call cell phone, receive text messages, consent to email. These can be checked and unchecked, and we'll capture that within the system here as well. The important part, of course, is making the payment. Select the accounts that belong in this particular payment that the consumer wants to make a payment on, and by default, we will automatically populate the entire amount. Now you can change this, so let's say they want to make a $500 payment. The total payment amount will show here in the bottom. Anything less than the full payment amount will just show yellow here. That's not a bad thing necessarily, just to let you make sure that you are selecting the right thing. So here we've got a total payment of $500. Now it is important to note, if you have a $500 payment here and then you decide, okay, now I want to go back and select this other account, when you select these accounts, it will change the payment amount here to the amount of the balance of the account. So for example here, if we wanted to do $500 and we wanted to do $200 here on this one, it's important to select those accounts correctly at the beginning, but always pay attention to this at the bottom, which is the total payment amount. Once you have the payment amount sorted out, click Continue to go to the next page. If you made a mistake or need to make changes, you can always click Go Back. There's no shame in that. Now we've got 700 and the entered amount is 700. We're going to choose how to pay. You can choose credit or debit card. If you're in the medical field, this is also HSA, FSA cards, or e-check. Now if you're choosing credit or debit, you may or may not see this swiping icon here. There are multiple ways we can take payments, whether it's with a swipe device, whether they're key entered or entered into one of our nifty P2PE devices, which helps take much of your network out of scope for PCI. So enter the payment information and then click Make Payment. You'll see the virtual terminal payment receipt here, and you can start all over, move to another account, or look up something new. And so that's how you make a one-time payment. To create a payment plan, choose Create Payment Plan. You can edit the account details by clicking on the pencil. Be sure and save down here at the bottom or cancel. Remember, you can jump to more details by clicking on the account number. On the right side, capture consent to call cell phones, send text messages, and to email. Now to set up the payment plan, choose the accounts that you want to be part of the plan. The total amount will automatically be populated in this box. Now this amount can be changed. So for example, if I wanted to only pay $2,000, I could change it here and set up the payment plan down below. Now by default, most of the time you're going to want this to be the same, so it will automatically calculate for you. You can choose a down payment amount. We'll provide a recommended down payment based on the system parameters. So for example, If the recommended down payment or the down payment required by the system, if the consumer was doing this online, was 20%, then that's what's going to show here. So whatever the recommendation is, but again, because the user can make those decisions independently of what the system requirements are, you can make that choice here. So for example, we'll say we'll do a $500 down payment, and it will recommend what those numbers are for the remaining payments based on the length of payment plan that's allowed by the balance range. Now you can change that. So you could ask the question, how much can you put down? And a down payment is taken today. So if it's $500, that's going to be down. We've got remaining payments of $420. Maybe they say, well, hey, I can only pay $350 a month. Okay, we can plug in $350. What does that do here? Well, it's a 6-month payment plan. Is that acceptable under your rules? What if they say I can only pay $200 a month? Whoa, that's 10 months. Maybe I'm limited to only 6 months that a payment plan can go out as an agent. So if I put in 6 here, it will recalculate the other value. So in this case, we have 6, and it calculated $313.48 to complete the plan. And so maybe we do a little bit of back and forth and work out the arrangement. Maybe the person can do, let's say they offered 200 first or 250, maybe they can do 275. What does that do? And so we can look at that, okay, well it's 7 months, but it's kind of a partial month. Maybe this is something that works out for them. So the next thing you want to do is choose the start date. Remember, the down payment is today. This is right now. So if you have a start date for this payment plan of today, it's going to charge this first payment today. So think about that. When do you want this payment plan to start? Down payment is now. Maybe the person says, hey, I get paid on the 16th, so the 20th is going to be a good day for this payment. Now this payment plan is going to be recurring, so whatever date you choose here is going to be the next installment and the next and the next, and right now we have 7 in this plan. So let's say they get paid on the 16th, so the 20th is a good day for them, so we're going to choose the 20th. So the way it's set here, down payment of $500, this is today. We're about to take this payment. Next, we've got $275, and we've got multiple installments here. So we've got a start date of the 20th. If all looks good there, click on the Continue button and move on to the next screen. Here you're given the opportunity to review the payment plan and make sure that all is well. Be sure and check the dates for the down payment, which is today, and the future payments, which are going to start on the 20th in this case. So here we have 6 payments of $275, and then that 7th payment will Merry Christmas. Little break there, $230.89 for a total of $2380.89. Then choose how the payment is going to be made, whether it's credit card, debit card, and that would also include HSA, FSA type cards. You'll also see e-check if you're set up for that. Whatever options you're set up for will show here. The same thing is true here with the swiper or not. If you're using one of our awesome P2P devices, you can use that regular swiper or type in the card information here. The same is true for e-check. Once you've entered the information, just click Create Payment Plan and you're good to go. Again, down payment, which is today, that happens right now. The plan, $275 in monthly payments, the total paid, total left. The status of the plan is active, so it is already set up. If you needed to make any changes, here's where you can do that going forward. Again, the final payment is listed down there on the bottom, and you're good to go. So that is how you set up a payment plan.